varieties. We brought the extraordinary story to you. Today we are at the premises of the Doan man. We're here to meet the Doan man himself. He is such an inspiration. He's a graduate who is doing his own business. He's an entrepreneur. You can take anything, any ordinary thing, and then succeed with it. He took just donuts, normal donuts we all know, and then made it his own, and then gave it a little extra. Doing the extraordinary is to do the ordinary with a little extra, and then Doan man has made it practical. Whatever you're doing, you can succeed. Just give it a little try and then a little push.
So now let's enter and have a conversation with the Doan man. Doan man or donuts? Doan man.
So what do I say?
Okay, so where are we now?
Okay.
Tell us about Doan man.
Okay. So this is Doan Foods.
Okay.
And Doan Foods primarily, most people know us to be selling donuts.
You sell donuts.
We sell donuts.
Donut is not Tugbe.
What was that? Donut is not Tugbe. So we have Tugbe.
In fact,
then we have Doan man.
when we started, I said, I don't sell Tugbe. We are not selling buffaloes. No.
Okay, it's not
We are
buffalo.
not selling buffaloes.
Okay.
We are selling donuts.
Donuts.
Okay.
Okay.
Donuts is the ring with the hole in the middle.
Okay,
Then
the
there's
ring with the hole in the
things on
middle.
top, whether it's sugar, it's chocolate, something's on top.
Yeah.
Tugbe, they don't have chocolates.
Okay.
Tugbe, they don't have coconuts. Tugbe, they don't have condensed. They don't have anything.
Also, you have coconut.
Yes, you have
You have
condensed,
chocolate.
you have granules, you have
With the donut.
cherries, you have strawberry, you have plenty. Tugbe
Wow.
doesn't have it, so we don't sell Tugbe.
Okay.
Right.
Wow, that is creative.
So we primarily we started off trying to get people to retail on our behalf. So
Okay.
we produce, we give it to people to sell.
Okay.
Then along the line, we realized that people were patronizing.
Okay.
So we thought if we put it on social media and people see our pictures, when they go into the shops, they'll buy.
Okay.
And when we put it on social media, people now start calling, can you deliver, can you deliver? And then we had to get motorbikes to now do the delivery.
Wow.
When the people also ordered, they realized the packaging was good, the taste was good, the presentation was nice. And what they ended up doing was order it for your friend.
Okay.
So birthday, anniversary, I miss you, I love you.
Wow.
They order it and give
So
to
people
them.
can order for their. We've already married though. If we were dating, fine. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that you started with the business model of retailing,
Yes.
but it didn't work as you expected.
Yes.
Then you had to change.
To change the model. But to change the model based on what the customers wanted.
Oh, okay.
What we wanted
So
to.
that means that when you're starting a business, you can't start with a perfect idea or whatever.
You can try to get it to be perfect, but the market is always right.
Wow, I love that.
What the market says is what your business will end up modeling.
Okay.
You can choose to say, no, we want to buy do like this, but ultimately the market will decide.
The market will decide. So it means somebody has an idea.
Yes.
The person must set out.
And that's what I say.
Because once you start,
Take the step first.
take the step first.
Take the step first.
Okay.
Test on the market what they want and what they will say.
Okay.
Usually when people have ideas, they go into the thinking room or the engine room.
Yeah.
And then they will brainstorm, okay, we'll do like this, color red, color blue, all the things. They can spend 1 year, 2 years, some even 5 years thinking, brainstorming. And sometimes they don't even ask the right target market, they ask friends
and families, people who will not buy.
People who will not buy. Exactly. And then when now you finally launch the market, you realize that you wasted 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
like you're saying, it's better to go out first and then fail. If you fail, it is not a failure. It's only the market telling you that we don't want this one. Change it.
I like that. Say that again. If you fail, go out and fail.
Good.
Okay, and
But
then if
failure
you fail,
is not a failure.
Failure is not failure.
It's only the market telling you that we don't want this.
Oh.
So you reiterate and then go back again.
Would that also mean that business is not about what you want to do, but what they want,
Exactly.
what the people want, is what you give them.
Yes.
So it's not a matter of I have an idea, I can do this, but what is the need of the people?
What's the new people?
But how did you come by the idea of providing donut? Is it a need of the people?
Interesting. So, what we sell, the product is the donuts.
Okay.
But what you are selling is not donuts.
Oh, that is new.
Let me give you the background.
Okay.
So when I finished my service, I was broke.
Okay.
Very dry. And at that time,
Oh, they don't tell me. Take me round. And then when you finish, tell me the story.
Okay.
Viewers, you have to wait. In the meantime, remember to subscribe, to share, tell your friend to tell your friend, share it, let everybody know the story, okay? Because somebody will be inspired, somebody will be blessed. This is your voice of grace, and this is the extraordinary story. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Why? If you want to be extraordinary, do the ordinary with a little extra. Let's go in.
You do the packaging.
You do packaging.
Yeah, so when people have placed their orders, and then this is the room that we do the garnishing, the toppings,
Okay.
You look very sexy.
Sexy. I love that. Okay, so sexy doman. Donuts doman. Madam Pacha, who did you know?
You give tissue.
Oh, you give tissue before?
Yeah.
Oh, so you give attention to details, eh? Every detail. Oh, it's hot.
Garnishing.
Oh, before your garnishing, even without the garnishing, this is nice. Wow. No.
Wait to give you a piece
Let
of.
me chop time.
No, I mean.
Anyway, let me be romantic.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's for lovers. Eh? Hey, Bob. Wow. Have you fallen in love? Wow, this is nice. So tell us. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the packaging room. Like I said, when people place their orders, this is where we add the toppings.
Okay.
For now, we have 12 different toppings.
Okay.
Different combinations. So chocolate, chocolate with coconut, chocolate with granite, chocolate with sprinkles. We have condensed milk. We have jam infused.
Okay.
We have a wide different toppings. We have some also with kiwi, strawberry. Plenty.
Oh wow, wow.
Yes.
Then your donut is really expensive. Are they able to buy it?
We make sales every day.
You make sales every
Make
day.
sales every day, yes.
So it means that you can sell if you do it right.
Yes.
Because from childhood, I know donut, and this is what I know. And this is all we buy. The best that is given in addition is sugar. That's all. But you have added all this.
Growing up, we used to stay at Bubashi, and there was a place called Bus Stop.
Okay.
Bus Stop is on the ring road, and the bus stop had these donuts with the sugar on it. Sunday after church, I would warn my father, I want that donut. It was very good. So that's the only picture of donut that we had. So in fact, when we started, that was our first
beginning.
yeah, donut with the sugar on top.
Okay, traditional
It
way.
was later on that my wife said, let's get some chocolate. So we got chocolate spread. Then we did it, but it was too thick. You know, she said, okay, we'll find a way to make it a little watery. We'll top on it, and then that was it. We picked it up.
Wow.
And then she said, the chocolate is runny. That means it was dripping in the box.
Okay.
So something to make it stay. That's when she introduced the coconut shavings.
Okay.
Coconut shavings, and then she said, okay, now people are buying the coconut, then the chocolate.
Okay.
What if we had granules? What if we had jam? And so
there was this
it came
what if
different,
trying.
what if try now, and then we came up with all the varieties that we have.
I'm interested in something. You said your wife said.
Yes.
And I remember the Bible says that he who finds a wife
Findeth a good thing.
and obtains favor.
Yes.
Did it work in your life?
I would say yes, and a big yes. Like I was telling the story earlier. When I was broke and I didn't have anything to do, I just finished service. She bought the donuts for me the first time.
Wow.
So the first donut I ate that even got this inspiration.
Yeah.
She bought it for me.
She bought it.
And then I said, where did you buy it from? She said, oh, I bought it from a place near our office. I said, next time when you go, buy for me again. She goes, the donut is finished. I said, okay. When you come back again, I mean, the following day when you're coming back, buy for me again. She goes, the donut is finished. About 3-4 times. So I even forgot about it. So one time I went to visit her in the office. Then I said, that donut, please take me there. Then she took me there. I met the lady that was doing the donuts. And the lady said she only does a limited quantity.
Okay.
And then when it finishes, asan. Right? So I said, okay, if I buy it from you, will you do it for me so I can also retail? She said, oh, sure, why not? So initially we were buying from her, and then we were retailing. So that's where the starting actually came from.
Wow.
So she introduced me to the woman, we were buying from the woman, and then over time, the business grew, we got investment, and then we set up our own place.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So it means you started by circumstances.
Exactly.
You took advantage of your situation. You were unemployed. You had no money, but you had a wife.
I had a girlfriend.
Oh, at the time she was a girlfriend. She was a girlfriend.
It was when the business had grown that we were able to get.
So it means girlfriend is not about just going to Famikoha, buy Brazilian hair for me.
Squeezing.
It's not about squeezing. It's not about squeezing. So if you're a girlfriend, listen, you can change the life of your guy, okay? Because don't think that it is a man's responsibility to do something for you. But the Bible says that the woman is the helper. Okay, so if you're a girlfriend, it means that you are becoming a helper. I mean, this is a beautiful story of a helper who helped him through the circumstance to discover something.
Sorry.
I mean, Doughnut, no, and quench it tense. Oh no, you don't need water. Once you have Doughnut, you can solve the problem. Even if you are thirsty, just taste it. You are okay. You see, I'm okay. So somebody was selling. You wanted to buy. You were not getting as you expected.
Yes.
But eventually you went on and you got, in touch with the
person who was selling. Yes.
And you didn't think of going out and selling some, or producing. No. So that give it to me. Let me also sell.
Yes.
And it started from that. We're not ashamed of selling Doughnut. A nice man. You're a graduate, right?
Thank you. So when I started,
no, I'm coming. We're not ashamed.
That was the biggest hurdle we had to cross in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
My father literally said, I took you to school, you graduated, and you're going to sell donuts. No.
Wow, it will work.
It was very...
But he wanted you to say what? To do what?
I mean,
you know, a doctor,
something office.
or a politician with the time.
Right. You know, where I did my service, we're doing IT things. So we're building mobile apps, software engineering, websites, and things like that. So that's what he thought I was going into.
Okay.
And then I finish. And then I go and sell donuts.
And your girlfriend led you into Doughnut.
What is that? So along the line, we got an interview from Joy FM.
Wow.
Just like the way you're doing. Joy FM, someone called me and then he said,
that's business van. Joy business van.
Okay. So the guy, he said somebody wanted to be on the set. I mean, someone was supposed to be on the set, but the person failed them. So they need a replacement.
Thank God for failure.
Need a replacement. Can I do it? I said, no, I don't like camera. I don't like. In fact, today the way I'm talking right now,
those days,
it was a different thing. If
you were too shy.
I didn't like the camera. So I said, no, I can't do it. The guy kept on force. He kept on force. That's fine. And at that time, we didn't even have a space. So we had to even go and talk to a woman and say, oh, Charlie, mommy, somebody is coming to want to do camera. Let's do that. So we spoke everything. I mean, we arranged everything with the woman.
Wow.
So we went to the woman's space, went to do the video shoot at the woman's place. Then when the video aired on Joy Business Van, they put it on the TV, on the radio and everything. I remember I was in the car with my father at the time that they were going to air it on radio. Then he heard his own surname on radio.
Wow.
That is when the thing done. He said, then this donut is
Thank you. The result is talking.
That is when the thing said, maybe I should change my mind from this donut thing, and I start giving him attention.
Wow.
So that's when I started getting support from him.
Oh,
But prior to
so
then, no.
he wasn't. But when he saw what you can do,
Yes,
he
when
came.
he heard it, when he saw the video, when now with the sales. So after that Joy Business video, the sales spiked.
Wow.
Started getting orders from the US, from the UK.
Oh, then Joy Business did well.
I mean, I'm always so grateful to the guy for forcing me to come, even though I said,
Okay, so you know what? I want Mr. Kofigah, Doan,
yes.
to be proud of our work. So you order some and let them know you ordered it from us. Okay? If Joy News have helped them to be able to reach where they are, then you and I can take them to the next level. So do that. But there's something I think I'm learning from your relationship with your father.
Yeah.
He is your father.
Yes.
And yet he wasn't supporting you in the beginning. Okay. But then he saw the result of your work. There are a lot of young people who feel like, nobody cares, nobody's mine, nobody wants to help me to start. But it seems if you don't start, people will not see what you can do. What do you think of that?
So, my advice to people who have this friction with either parents, siblings, spouse, or anything, I say it's better to take the step, demonstrate value.
Okay, demonstrate value.
Demonstrate value. Show to us, because if I just tell you I'm selling donuts, it looks like I'm going to hawk it on my head. Right? I'm going to put it on my head. I'm going to go around the sun and I'll be sweating.
Okay.
But when I demonstrate the value, because like I was telling earlier, we are not selling donuts, the product.
Yeah.
That is the vehicle through which our communication is expressed. But the thing that we are selling is the feeling people get when you receive it.
Oh, okay.
So when they receive a box of donuts well packaged, what they are getting is, oh, someone cares about me. Oh, this guy loves me. I'm important. If the packaging gives them some status, they feel like, oh, I'm worth something.
Okay.
So that thing is what we are selling.
So people, you're not selling the product, but you are selling the result of the product.
Yes, there's something that the product gives you. And that's what the people are paying for. So people buy based on emotions.
Okay.
Then they justify it with their logic.
I'm coming. People buy based on what? Emotions.
And they justify it with logic.
With logic.
Yes.
Okay.
That means there's a feeling we want to feel.
Okay.
There's an emotional pain or emotional void that is created that they want to satisfy. But emotions are not seen, they're really felt.
Yeah.
And so they need a physical thing to be able to satisfy that emotional need. And then they justify it with price, packaging, appearance, process, all those things. So that's what we mean by justify with logic. If I buy a car that is as expensive as what it is, someone say, why did you spend so much to buy this car when you could have bought a cheaper one? But buying that expensive car gives them a certain pride, a certain feeling, a certain, oh wow, me too, I'm a rich man, I'm something. So that thing, when people see this, oh, this guy is a rich man, this guy is worth something. So they justify it with the products, but it is to fill the void.
To fill the void inside. Wow. This program is looking for ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. I have a philosophy that to be extraordinary is to do the ordinary with a little extra. And I think that is a little extra you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue our movement. We are with Doan. We've already had some few rounds and we've seen what Doan is doing, but we want to have more, conversation with him to understand a lot of things. I remind you to subscribe. I remind you to share the link. I remind you to let others also know what is happening. This is the extraordinary story. If you want to be extraordinary, just do the ordinary with a little extra. You saw the donuts. You saw the little extra. You saw the relationship. You saw the little extra. You saw the father's relationship. You heard that. You saw the little extra. So it's just about the little extra. So let's have a conversation with the Doan man, Mr. Francis Kofigah. So, who are you?
All right. Welcome once again. My name is Francis Kofigah, the CEO of Doan Foods. My background is I started with a rosy life.
Okay.
Then it became very turbulent. And then that turbulence is actually the beginning of all these things that you are seeing. I grew up in you call almost a rich home.
Rich home.
Everything was
That's your father was rich.
Yes. Then just when I was about getting to GSS3, everything changed.
Wow.
We lost everything. my dad's siblings came up with a whole story, and they took everything from us. So from all the way up there, you just fell down.
Wow.
So growing up all throughout my SHS to university, things were hard.
Wow. But I mean, are you in the family? Just two,
yes.
A girl and a boy?
No, 2 boys.
2 boys.
I'm the second of 2 boys.
Okay.
Yes. So when I got into a university, I didn't want to repeat what I had seen with my father and everything. So I wanted to get into entrepreneurship. I just wanted to do something on my own so that I don't have to lose my properties, lose anything. So when I got into university...
Which university?
I went to Ken University.
Ken University.
I studied physics.
Okay.
Physics in Ken University.
You studied physics?
Yes.
And you said Doughnut. Wow. Oh. So it means it's not what you study in university. That is what you should do by all means in life.
If your path goes in line with what you study, fine.
Fine.
Yes.
But you shouldn't lock yourself.
No.
Oh, I did this course, so this is what I want. I can't go any other place.
Feel free.
Wow.
Feel free. Life is bigger than one course that you study. Right. So after university, I always thought I was going to be a physics teacher.
A physics teacher?
Yes, because I couldn't see beyond what physics could do.
Oh.
So some people came to us and said, you can do a national service with us. We'll teach you software engineering.
Okay.
So they said all that we will teach you how to build apps and everything. Then I got into it. But before I got into it, I joined a church.
Okay.
That's Christ and Mercy Church.
Christ and Mercy.
And going into it, in fact, one of the things that caught my attention was that somebody came to my room one time and then he explained to us that Abraham was very rich in cattle, silver, and gold. And my upbringing, Christianity was like, if you are a Christian, you must be poor.
You must be poor. That kind of mindset.
You can't own property. It's not.
You can't make it. It's haram.
You must actually.
Poverty is righteousness.
Exactly.
So you want to go to heaven by being poor.
Exactly.
That is the religious mindset.
So he came to show us the scripture. This in the Bible.
Wow.
I've never seen before. Everywhere I read in the Bible, it's Genesis. I mean, I usually read the Matthew to Luke. Okay. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Yeah.
Everything else before Matthew, everything
you
else.
You don't care about it.
I didn't understand it. So there's no reason to read. So he came to explain, and then he said, no, God wants you to be rich. I said, So I followed him. He kept on sharing. And I said, I want to go to a church. And then that's how he took me to Christ Music.
Wow.
So going there and being re-indoctrinated with the correct doctrine and not the doctrine of poverty.
Poverty-induced doctrines.
Now I was like, okay, then I can aspire to own a business.
Oh.
Right. So when we got when I got into the software engineering, we actually came up with a business where we created a mobile app where people who wanted to do survey or research, you come onto a mobile app and then we'll send it to people for you. Then they'll answer and then we'll analyze. But people didn't patronize that thing. Oh. Right. So we had gone through several business ideas. That was our final one, but still it wasn't working. Right. And then I remember there was a competition by UNICEF, and we came second place.
Oh, your mobile app.
The mobile app, yeah. We came second place in the competition, and the money they gave us, it was like I think I made like 600 cedis or so.
Oh.
We made, but after we shared it, I got our 600. Okay. So that was the only money that was there.
You were able to pick out.
I didn't have any. So when my wife brought this idea, she in her mind, you're just buying donuts for me.
Okay.
So when the idea came that we can sell these donuts, that was the money that I fell on.
Oh, yes. The 600.
That was the money I fell on, and then we bought the first 20 cedis donuts.
I'm coming. Doesn't mean you didn't use the money. You saved the money. Or it came at the same time.
It came yes.
At the right time. So you at the right time, right place.
Exactly.
God was really leading.
I'm telling you. In fact, the push or the final go and sell the donuts came at a camp.
Wow. At a church camp.
At a church camp. And then I just heard the Spirit of God say, go and sell donuts. I said, no. This thing cannot be.
How can God tell you?
No, it cannot be.
You are at the camp studying and praying. And the wisdom came.
I'm telling you.
So it means that people can be praying and they can get inspiration, or the wisdom can come at that moment.
In fact, I always say that God answers our prayers with thoughts, with ideas, with strategies. He may not, if you ask for money, he may not give you the money, not come. It
will not come physical,
it will come as a thought, as an idea. It will come as a strategy. It will come as a relationship. It will come as an opportunity. It will come in a way that is a package that you may not prefer, but once you follow on the thing that you act, you get it.
You get it
much more.
Wow.
So we took that money, bought our first 20 CDs, started going around. People would taste it. So no, my boss is not around. It's not nice. Different feedback. And then so that 20 every day we were spending 20-30
Wow.
transportation 20-30. The money was reduced. So, what do we do? So that's when I said we'll create a logo. So I was even my wife that designed the logo.
Hey, then your wife is industrious. She designed the logo.
I mean, our branding, everything you see on social media, visual appearance.
What is her role in the business now?
So she's a head of operations.
Head of operations,
yes.
What did she do? What was she doing
so
before?
She studied what they call it?
Communication
design.
Communication designs, okay.
In tech,
okay.
News as well. So she knows, she has this graphic design background. And even her packaging, she did it.
What made you to fall in love with her?
Interesting. In fact, at the time, it wasn't even about business. We didn't even know that we were going to even.
And you didn't consider that she has something you want to take advantage of?
It was. In fact, we had met in church.
Okay.
And she was very active. She was
Christ Embassy?
Christ Embassy, yes. Very active, very vocal. I mean, so very.
Are you still a member of Christ Embassy?
Yes.
Okay.
Very finally, we can
become married.
So it wasn't even business related.
Okay.
It was after that we got into a relationship before
you discovered the capabilities.
Came inside.
Oh, okay. So yes, she designed the logo and then
so she designed the logo, the packaging, even operations in terms of how the detail we put into the packaging and appearance and everything, the kind of words we use on social media, the kind of pictures we should use. Even I quite remember one of the things that made us stand out was everybody was using phones to take pictures, but for us, a friend of hers was a professional photographer, exactly. And he came to do this photo shoot for us. We put out, it just made our value go from here to here.
Wow.
And it was all an idea. My background, like I said, physics and then software engineering. I could do websites and take my kinds of pictures and this one, oh no, please. So, no.
Wow. So you started it and you were saying that your father was not interested in the beginning, but later he got interested. You wanted to tell us a story of how you began. Is it the same thing?
Yes. So that's what I want to say. So we started from buying and selling, and then fast forward 3 years after we had gotten into it, I got a call from a certain young lady. She said, "My boss has seen all the things that you're doing and is interested in investing in you." I said, "Who's your boss?" He said, "Oh, he wants to meet you." So we had our first meeting. Went through, for about 6 to 8 months, back and forth. Send me your financial, send me statements, send me this, agreements, different meetings, discussing different things, visions, where we are going to, how we're going to run, where we're going to expand. So many things.
He asked you to send them to him, or you guys were working on all these things. So how much money we needed, what we were going to use the money for. So many things for about 8 months or so. We went through all these meetings and then finally said, okay, fine. So we are ready to put in this amount of money, put in inside, and here's what we want to do. So from there, that's when we opened our first branch, our first extra branch at Achimota Mall. Then went to Tema. They opened another branch in Dansoman. They opened a second one in East Legon before the UPSA one. But with time, we started feeling the effect of the rent, and the other thing too that started seeing was even with paying all these rents, people still want delivery. People still want delivery because the business started as a delivery thing. Yes.
So paying all all this rent, putting all these fixtures, these nice colors
and setup.
Yeah, people don't come. It's still delivery they want.
So the fact that there is people call it branding. You see the design, the location. That is not what business is about.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
business goes beyond.
Maybe
that.
for some it may work, but for us, with all the whistles and the banks and all the, it still comes down to the package that I get. Deliver it for me.
Okay.
In fact, 95% of our orders comes in as somebody buying for somebody else.
Wow.
I'm buying for my girlfriend. I'm buying for my wife. I'm buying for my husband. I'm buying for my boss. I'm buying for my friend. I'm buying for my daughter in school.
Okay.
It's always I'm buying for somebody.
Okay, but I want to find out, when you started as a business person, an investor is coming in.
Yeah.
When he came in, did you have records to show him?
Yes.
And were you taking records, and why were you taking them?
So when we started, we just wanted to just sell the donuts. That was what we thought we were doing, just selling the products. So the donuts were going out. At that time, I wasn't keeping records.
Okay.
The only reason I had to start tallying our figures was because when the numbers are increasing, I had to account to the woman we're buying from, and then pay her. And if she gave us, let's say, 20, and I say no, we got 18. There was this friction that was creating. Yeah. So I had to now start keeping records. And within that same time, about maybe 7-8 months into the business, a certain lady was calling. She had just got seen that we were doing this donuts thing, and then she said she's a freelance accountant.
Okay.
I said, what does it mean? She said, you don't have to pay me like the way you pay an accountant. I'll come in twice a week to come and check your books, make sure everything is fine, and then you just pay me those 2 times per week. So in a month, you're paying me for 8 days versus having 20 or so days. You are paying a full accountant. I mean, she kept on calling. I said, no, I don't need an accountant. Accountant here. Is it to count my money?
I can count my
money. And then, no, I don't need an accountant. No. She kept on insisting. Then eventually I said, okay, fine. I'll try you for 1 month. 1 month, and then that's it, because I don't need an accountant. Then when she came, she asked me, do you have this? I said, what is that? I said, no. Have you registered for GRA? I said, no. What is that? I said, madam. All these guys are asking, what is all that? So then she started now explaining things like petty cash. If you wanted to take money from the business, as a business owner, you need to pay yourself. Okay. Then you need to have money. I mean, every sale that you make, you deposit in the bank account. Yeah. If you want to spend money, it must come from the bank, and then you usually go and spend. Yeah. And if there's any change, it goes back. So because you don't have to go, you can't be going to the bank all the time. You have a little cash around that, you buy petty things. Okay. So we call it petty cash. He said when I come every those 2 days in a week, I'll balance your petty cash.
You, a young man, you finish school, and challenges, and you find yourself here as an entrepreneur. What is your advice regarding entrepreneur? Do you think young people should go into entrepreneurship? Okay, so to answer that, let me come from the Christian point of view. Yes. One of the things I teach my congregation, I didn't tell you about my pastor, right? Are you kidding me? You're a pastor? Yeah, so one of the things I teach my congregation, I said, the primary reason God brought man on earth is to dominate the world. Okay. Right, and it comes in the first thing God said when He created man, that you should be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and then dominate. Yeah. Right, and I said the only way we can dominate is through business. Okay. If it's going to be maybe just through prayer or through singing and dancing or something, we would require funds. And if there's going to be money involved, it's going to be economics. And business is the engine that drives economics. Okay. Right. So I said, business is a God idea, not just a good idea. Wow, it's a God idea, not a good idea. Yes. And Christians have to do good. Business. So Christians must go into it. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's not just. I mean, yes, there are some people who are cut out for it. Fine. Yeah. But whichever way, as long as you are in Christ, I believe that you should have some engine that is producing money for you.
So
take care of your families and your immediate needs and stuff.
Even beyond your needs, because even Jesus Christ said, he said the pagans, the heathen, they go after what will I eat, what will I drink, what will I wear. But rather we should seek the kingdom. If you're going to seek the expansion of the kingdom, it requires funds.
It requires funds.
It requires funds.
Yes.
I mean, the lights bill we use in church, the church building, the chairs, the clothes, the instruments, all that is money.
So the kingdom is driven by funds also.
Good. So God requires your funds. The Bible says that the Lord is the owner.
Yes, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Good. If he owns everything, he's willing to channel it to his children. But if his children don't have the container to receive it, sometimes it's limiting.
Wow.
So I say for entrepreneurship, it's a God-given command to dominate the earth.
So you are a pastor. Yes. I'm surprised.
I know.
I mean, we've been talking for weeks. And you never mentioned that. I did also look through the spirit because I saw you purely as a businessman and a business lecturer teaching entrepreneurship. And I was inspired by your teaching, your marketing video. Let me even remind you that, the link, we'll put the link there. He has a video on marketing. If you want to take your business to the next level, he has an awesome video. I have it, and I'll put the link there so that you can also have it.
Yes.
But then we see a lot of children of God, men of God even especially, so the Lord has called me, I'm doing ministry, and therefore they are not working. What do you say to that?
So for pastors, people in ministry who do not work, according to the Bible, in book of Thessalonians, he said the hand that does not work
must not eat.
He said that let him that steal no more, but rather he should do business, and that he may have to give to the one that needs.
Wow.
So if you are following the Bible and you're not following the Bible, then I don't know what you are doing.
I love that. If you're following the Bible and you are not following the Bible, I don't know what you're doing.
Throughout. Let's even limit it to Jesus Christ. Right. Jesus Christ. There was a time when the people came to him and said, "You guys don't pay tax." And then he said, "Is it the citizens that pay tax or the foreigners that pay tax?" But I said, "Lest we offend them." Said Peter, "Go to the sea. The first fish you catch." And then someone said, "But that's not business." Why the hook? It is what?
Okay.
The hook that you used to go and catch the fish. It is what? Right.
The canoe.
The canoe. It is what?
You need the skill.
Good.
To get it.
When Jesus Christ was going to be betrayed, and it was Judas that was going, and he told the disciples that one of you is going to betray me. And the people said, "Master, who is going to?" He said, "The one that dips with me." And then when the time was right, he told Judas, go and do what you have. Then they thought because he's a treasurer, if you have 5 cities, you don't treasure.
Okay, yeah.
If you have 20 Ghana, you don't need treasure.
You don't need treasure.
If you have money,
you need treasure to manage it.
Good, right. And if you have 12 heavy men following you on a daily basis, you should have some feeding system to take care of them. Right? If you are going to be moving from place to place to spend on inns or hotels, there should be some good monetary system to be able to finance your movements.
So Jesus had a system by which his ministry was financed.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So let's not see it as this is a worldly thing. Like I said, business
is not worldly.
It's at all. If you limit it to the Old Testament, let's look at Solomon. Solomon, the Bible says God bless him with wisdom. We pray for wisdom. And then when God answers our prayer in wisdom, we are waiting for God to answer it with money as well. But look at Solomon. In fact, from 1 Kings chapter 4 all the way, it tells us of Solomon's structures. He had somebody who was bringing food every month. Every month, someone was allocated to food. His servants, they are arranged.
So he had a whole system. That was guiding.
He had kings that would bring timber and wood and things from overseas. In 3 years, every 3 years, they'll bring all these things into Jerusalem. Right? So their wisdom caused him to go and do the business that brought him the wealth. Right? So, like I say, if you are following the Bible and not following the Bible, then what are you doing?
That is deep.
Right?
That is deep.
Good. So, like when I'm teaching business, I'm teaching anything, I say God will give you the wisdom, but the wisdom is for application.
Okay, so now tell me one philosophy that drives you, or a quote that drives you.
My quotes, to be honest, is from Matthew chapter 13.
Oh, okay.
There's 7 parables there. They seem different parables that Jesus Christ shared, but they're actually connected. So it starts from the parable of sower.
Okay.
The parable of sower, I said the sower went forth to sow.
Okay.
And then some fell on good ground, some fell along the thorns. And then the second parable talks about that the seed is now the sons of the kingdom who are sown into the field.
Okay.
Then he said now the third one talks of a seed that is sown as a mustard seed. And he said becomes a tree, and then the birds come set inside.
Yeah.
Then he said another parable that the seed that is sown, an enemy came when one man slept, and then all those parables is talking of. We hear the word as ordinary people, like we were saying, ordinary.
Yeah, they're ordinary doing
we hear the word as ordinary people. But now, when we have heard the word, God takes us and plants us into the field, the world.
Oh.
Then after we are planted into the world, we must now grow.
Yeah.
And then the birds of the air will come into our field. Then he said, there's another parable. He said a woman had living, and then had it in three measures of flour.
Yeah.
That means when you are inside, you must influence your environment. So all those things there is talking
now I need to really go and look at it again.
They are connected to each other.
Wow. Mr. Doma, thank you very much. To be extraordinary is to do the ordinary with just a little extra. I mean, I hope you are inspired with the story of Doan, Mr. Francis Kofigah. There are a lot of things we can do as young people, as preachers, as Christians, whoever we are. There is so much in us that we can bring out. It doesn't have to be something that is so unique before you come into the picture. Can you imagine as a person who has gone to the university to learn physics, and you come out of the university to sell donuts? Can you imagine? I mean, if you were told to go and sell plantain, if you were told to go and sell coconut, if you were told to go and sell tomatoes, would you want to sell it? I'm not sure you would want to. But think about it. This young man and the wife taking just ordinary donuts and then making it extraordinary. There's something extraordinary in you that you can take any ordinary thing and then make it extraordinary. Okay, it's just by your idea, your mindset, your passion, and your ability to use the wisdom of God that is at your disposal. Okay, so don't feel you are down. Don't feel you can't do anything. Don't feel, there is no hope. There is hope as long as you can step out and then take the bull by the horn, and your life will not be the same. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to share the link. Remember to help us reach as many people as we can. That is the little you can help us with. If you love this video, if you love the investment we are doing to bring this to you, the little you can do is to just share. Now leave comment. If you have a question, you can ask in the comment section. Of course, we'll address that. My name is BIC Abeiku Okai. Thank you. To be extraordinary is to do the ordinary with a little extra. Yeah.